We're about to do a reverse sting on you, bub. My YouTube about true crime. I have a retired officer. This guy's also, he's doing the same thing, and I've had 35 CPS cases because of this guy right here. Can you please help me?
Where do you want to help with specifically?
I want to file a report.
Do you have your ID on you?
Common spelling.
What's your date of birth?
3. I'm fearful for my life, sir. Like, I've really got, like, and he made a video talking about coming to Texas, and he's a retired cop. Like, I'm fearful for my life, sir.
Have you ever?
So I kind of like a terrorist. I kind of like a terrorist. I took responsibility. I kind of like a terrorist. I took responsibility. Of course, I didn't. He's got several lawsuits happening for his behavior for doing just this thing. I kind of like a terrorist. I took responsibility. And as soon as I did that, he started, putting all my information out there.
In a nutshell, last night while I was live streaming, it was a coordinated attack while I was streaming. Somebody else was streaming it, and they all got together and basically blew the algorithm up with bullying, harassing, and complaining. And that immediately shut the channel down. So I woke up this morning, and the channel was gone. And we were like, well, all right, if we have to do this, we'll start all over. Anyway, this was it was a coordinated attack and setup. I think we all know who the players are. It's, the channel, Benzie. It's, some other folks, Share, J for Justice. Those are the kind of things that happen, right? I've got all the screenshots when they were in there bloating this morning, and I took pictures of what everybody said. Anyway, so there were a lot of people, that did it. So it is what it is, right for now, and we'll just let it take its course. What I am doing is, we're going to discuss this with YouTube. I've already talked to, as our friend knows, he went to Plano PD, and I was already ahead of him. But now it's getting crazy where, he's claiming I'm, doing, terrorist threats. I called CPS and all this other stuff, right? I mean, now he's lying through his teeth, and he actually committed a felony today by trying to, report me when he knows what the rules are, right? They're also going after the cold case. That's a big mistake, and because I have a lot of moving parts before this thing ever went down. We can't be stopped by this. This is still, 2021, the last time I checked, and they can try to silence me for a little bit, but unfortunately, they don't work. They can call me narcissist, all the other stuff, right? I'm used to it. I mean, if this guys and these folks can just do this with real victims that are being helped, because remember, this isn't about me. This is about Maya. This is about Summer. Okay? This is about Kelly Brennan. It was about Suzanne Morphew. Okay? And, now I was just looking into Gabby, and, again, I don't want to talk about, some things that people are going to keep saying, so I'll just, let that go. This is about, unstable ideas and people, and their people. Okay? And the last time I checked, they all had criminal records. So this is about people with criminal records taking down a law enforcement guy. I put some of it up on Twitter the other day because, they made direct threats to me. And I don't understand that piece of the puzzle, right? I don't care if you don't like me. That's okay. Okay. But when people make direct threats, okay, now, okay, what does that mean, right? I mean, and why are you doing this? What? I don't even know you. Okay. I've never met these guys ever. I've never met, these other folks. None of them. Not a one. Okay. All I hear here is, the hate of, oh, we don't like this guy because, whatever, for whatever their reasoning is. Okay? And, they may have taken my channel down, but they didn't touch me. I'm still here. And, people are going to call that, all the trolls are going to say he's narcissistic and all that other stuff. Okay, sure. Even if I'm taken off of YouTube and they did it, okay, I'll be fine. Trust me, we'll go to another platform. Everybody's going to see me. It's going to come up in the next week or so, okay, until this YouTube thing gets resolved. Okay? But I'm going to see everybody, real soon here. And if we have to rebuild it, that's not a problem. We'll rebuild it. What I'm hoping that if I am going to be, let's say, the martyr on this one from their perspective, right? I'm the first one to go down. Okay. Well, I'm not the martyr, number one. Okay. I'm just saying from their perspective. The other thing I'm saying is, what about the real victims? You have people claiming to be, these other personality types, victims advocates, etc. We love everybody and all this other stuff. But I'm actually the guy working with the victims. Okay? They're working with the guy who's, admitted to crimes. Okay? So, and they're the guys, so criminals took me down is the way I look at this. Okay? And that's okay for now. Okay? The sad part is, now what, right, for them? Okay, and they said, well, he's cyberbullying, and that was their complaint, right? He's done this, he's done that. Well, I want to ask you a question. How do you attack an anonymous person, number one? Okay, who am I attacking?
Right.
Because I don't know who that person is yet, okay? And we're going to get past that, okay? And then we've got, this other side of the coin is they've got all these sock accounts, these fake profiles, and you guys know more than anybody. You can set one up in about 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And then they start commenting to themselves about me as if I'm doing something, right? So one person puts up a note, hey, did you see this guy? And next there's 5 or 6 guys and gals into it. So that's their MO, that's their play. Okay? So unfortunately, okay, we already got that figured out. And then they create these fake, Twitter accounts, as an example, okay, and dox people left and right. Well, I just happen to start standing up to them. So I'll take this for the YouTube team. But what they underestimate, okay, is I don't go away. Okay, and they even predicted tonight, a couple of them. Oh, he's not going to go away. Okay, well, you're right. I'm not. You've actually just inspired me. You really have. But again, this is brand new today. We're going to give YouTube. Hopefully, they're going to come back and say, hey, by the way, you were fraudulently, taken down here. So you realize he was streaming my live, and during the live, told everybody to hit him.
Uh-huh.
And then he woke up this morning and bragged about it. Yeah, the problem is I downloaded it before he could take it down. Okay. That's number one. Both of them, by the way. And his trip to Plano. Okay. I got all that guy. I got all that. But you see, the other ones are fine. But the third one, okay, where he said he's going to take away my CCW. It's not connected to a state. It's connected to the federal government. So he has to go into the FBI and do that. This is a platform to help people. Okay. And unfortunately, true crime is dealing with criminals.
Right.
And when, so we as good people have to get back collectively together, okay? And we've got to take the criminals on. And I started doing that because I think, they felt that, it's never been done before outside of, good people trying to report them. Well, this is a different level. Now these people are going after the Cold Case Foundation. Every single email that's been sent by these people is cataloged. Okay? Every single webpage, every single this or that they've tried to use is cataloged. Okay? And this is where you go, okay, where does this go, right? Where does this go? If they can do that, okay, and be that vengeful to other people, then, so be it. Then they need to reap the consequences. One of the things that is an old LE trick, you just let them run. You let them run. And then you act like you fell off a turnip truck, i.e. you're not watching it. And then they realize, oh, I got these guys. Well, at some point they realize they took the bait, right? As some people talk about the honeypot, right? And I put that out on purpose, knowing that they would fall into it and that they would continue to turn it on me. So either way I win, because what they say about it, I take screenshots of it. And what they do about it, I follow through with it, letting them say or do what they want to say. Okay. Well, now all of that's going to come to the surface, and they're going to be my first upload on my new platform. If they're doing this, towards us, Karen, Dylan, and I, we've been through a lot of these things. But good people, other people, and by the way, there are 3 other channels I heard they're going to go after. One of them is Profiling Evil, and a couple others. I don't want to say their names right now. Okay, but they're going to go after Mike. Okay, so everybody needs to put him on notice because that's what they're going to go after next. Okay, they think he's a good guy, and Duty Ron, by the way. Okay, they think he's a good guy, until like they've been putting out there one down, a few more to go. And he was streaming it to, at the same time. And what he did is he basically said, now, I don't remember, I don't know exactly what he said, but he had to say something that was a trigger. And everybody hit YouTube simultaneously with a complaint of bullying, harassing, and the standard line, right? Well, of course, that's what went down, and it went down. Okay? Now, what I'm going to try to do is get, at some point, hopefully, when all this, starts coming to a head, is get, the feds to go back and take a look of when that timing was. And if it was the same time as that live, then we got him. And everybody that participated, everybody, not a few people, okay? Everybody. If there were other channels involved or whatever, we got them. We own them. Okay? And that's just a matter, unfortunately, it's going to take some time. But IC3, who is the FBI, take this extremely, extremely, okay, sensitive. Because, this is really, it's a federal crime to cyber attack somebody. And that's what this was. It was a cyber attack.